SRO Magazine, your number one source for music and entertainment news and interviews. SRO.
This is Ferg with SROMagInc.com, and we're stoked today to have guitarist Dave Adams of the band A.D.D. That's Analog Digital Disorder, and they're based out of the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. Dave, how you doing today?
Oh, not too bad. How about yourself?
Man, it's a beautiful day outside. I'm in here talking to you. We're talking rock and roll. It couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. You've got a new album out. This is you guys' second album. That's why we're talking to you today. It's called Core. And I've heard some stuff off of it. Man, it rocks. Tell us about the new album.
Well, we spent a couple years writing and recording the record last few years, and worked really hard on just trying to kind of expand upon what we started, in the past, and we tried some different things. Some stuff's a little heavier, some stuff's a little lighter, but at the end, we wanted to have great songs, and that's really what the bottom line was for the record. If the best songs are going to be on the record, that's pretty much the approach we took.
Well, I've heard on your website you've got Hear Me Now.
Yeah.
I think that I love that song. And I've just your entertainment, Pavement, you're with Pavement Entertainment. And they sent me an email, and that's how I found out about you guys. And sent a song and some pictures and stuff like that. And frankly, I was just blown away of the music. And I mean, if the people go out there, and that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I mean, like Hear Me Now and the song Not My Way. And and you've got a song called I Regret that is just, it's seriously badass. Seriously badass. Tell us a little bit how the writing came together, and do you guys feed off each other really well?
Well, the songs you spoke of, our normal procedure is, me being a guitar player, you bring in a melody or a riff, or a couple riffs, or a song format, and then usually I'll present it to the rest of the band, and everyone will kind of chime in. And vocally, usually Matilda or Jeremy, one of the two or both, they'll come up with a melody or a lyric idea, and they'll put it to it. And usually the mood of the song is based on what they're hearing with the music. Usually it matches up pretty well. So if it's a darker sounding music, usually that's the lyric content you'll get out of it. So it went pretty smoothly. I think everyone's going to dig at least the initial idea. So I think it's absolutely correct. I think too, they hear the music, gives them a vibe, and usually they go off of that. And it's pretty organic process for us.
Well, you guys are out touring now, and you've got some dates coming up with Blackstone Cherry and Y&T, two of my personal favorites. For the people who haven't ever seen you before, what can they expect from A.D.D. live show?
We turn our amps up real loud, and we're gonna deafen you a little bit, bring a lot of energy, a lot of part of it. It's like we call it a little bit of therapy. A little bit of frustration to let out there in those evenings, and everybody have a good time, and it's a high energy show. So,
well, you guys have played with. You go through the list of the people that you've toured with and opened for, and it's a veritable who's who: Korn, Chevelle, Hailstorm, Seven Dust, Alter Bridge, Buck Cherry, and you've headlined a lot of your own shows in Chicago. What is it like playing with some of those type of bands? Going on the road playing with Seven Dust, or like coming up with Blackstone Cherry.
Those bands are all, they're like the pros pro. When you go play with those bands, you can learn a lot from watching those bands off stage and on stage. I think that's the first thing. We've learned a lot from those pro bands. I think secondly, you want to play. You're very motivated to play well if you're playing with those top-notch bands. But I think it's a great inspiration for us to come out and play really well when you play with that caliber of band.
And it's got to be a nice pat on the back when you keep getting asked to come and play with these type of bands that you're getting that reputation of, hey, let's bring these people in because they're going to do the job.
Well, yeah, nothing more complimentary than being able to play with some of these great bands, and that they actually know who we are. Not only are we opening for them, a lot of times the band comes off the bus and plays. They really don't know what's going on, but I know we've had numerous conversations and gotten to know some of the, Seven Dust guys and Blackstone Cherry guys over the years, and got to know them a little bit. They know who we are, so it feels pretty good.
Now, you guys have been around for a while. I guess you started in, 2007?
Yeah, myself and Matilda actually started the band even before that, but that was like our first official release, full-length release. So we started kicking the idea around probably about 2003, I'd say. We started playing out, I want to say the end of 03 and into 04, but we had some different lineups, different changes, and the band was really solidified for, that first release in 2007. So in essence, we really, me and Matilda and Jeremy have been together since 2004, actually. So it's been a long road.
Sorry, that was just somebody beeping in trying to call, and yeah.
Hey, no problem.
And I had to.
It happens.
Now, I've listened to. You're a female fronted rock and roll band, which has always been something I've dug throughout the years, and just not as I just do. But you guys, your tone, your sound is different. You're not in this moment. You're not Hailstorm. You're not those. You're something completely different. It seems like you have perfectly mixed some of that oldness, and I don't know where do you get that? You have that older style of rock meshed perfectly in with the modern sound, the modern metal. And where those influences come from, where you're able to channel those?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think if you look at what our band is, I think there's a lot of influence. When you look at Matilda, she's obviously the voice of the band. I think, her influences come from the obvious things you would assume they would come from: art and Pat Benatar and some of those older Joan Jett and then some other places. She also, like most of us, grew up on through a lot of traditional metal, like Kiss and Ozzy and Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, and the stuff that I think a lot of people grew up on, in the heyday of
right.
the metal. So I think that's where you hear. I think we just decided that there's nothing wrong with having some of those great influences shown in your music. So I think that's where it comes from.
So, in your personal life, what do you guys listen to? Just something when you've had that hard day. What's the first thing you pull out? What do you go for?
Man, if you're talking, older, I would say, Pantera.
Excellent.
For me personally, you can't go wrong with Pantera. Seven Dust as well. If you're looking at newer bands, there's some other, in this moment, Still Switch Engage.
Mm-hmm.
You name it. We're music fans. We listen to things all across the board. Everybody in this band listens to a wide variety of stuff, but we're big fans of music, of course. So we like everything from progressive to melodic. So.
Well, man, I do appreciate you taking the time out. You guys, you really do. You rock. And to get a hold of you guys, you go to, that is addloud.com, right?
That is correct. And we have a new website that will be up any day now. Like, literally, it could be up this evening. So, we've been working hard on a new website, getting it up there.
Okay.
I think right now it takes you to our Facebook, but we will have a new website up any day now.
That's excellent. And this is the band A.D.D. They are out of Chicago, Illinois. They've got their new album out. It is called Core. And I tell you, if you haven't heard it, go listen. These guys completely kick ass. You're going to find them in shows coming up with Blackstone Cherry and Y&T. Dave, man, we appreciate you coming on.
Hey, well, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
And anytime you want to come back and talk to us, just, hey, give me a call or have your people do it. And anything you want to get out, or you want to talk more about the album, or you want to talk about some shows, And especially if you're ever close where I'm at, I'm there. So we'll be taking pictures and stuff like that. But brother, rock on. Thanks for coming to SRO.
Thanks for having me, and I look forward to meeting you.
All right. Take it easy, man.
I cling to your light. The sky won't fall today.
For more information on all the greatest bands in rock today, and for all your music and entertainment news, you know where to go. Go to SRO. That's SROMagInc.com. SRO Magazine is sponsored by Kick-Ass Cables, PhDRadio.com, Robert's Guitar, TDLMusicGroup.com. The SRO audio and video was done by Carson Drive Studios and SROMagInc.com.